Yeah. All right, we're pulled over back at Water Tower Review to look at the Nakto City Bike. Now, if you're familiar with Natko, they are a very budget e-bike brand, but I gotta say, I'm okay with it. It's really, as far as budget e-bikes go, I've tried a couple and this is one of my favorites. Number one thing I would compare this to is that some of the hyper Walmart e-bikes, and this is way better build quality. It looks like we do have Shimano tourney for the derailleur. Again, pretty low level, but not too bad. At least it's a brand name. Now it does come with a front basket. I am borrowing this from my mother, who has opted for what I think is very cool rear basket. She could take this to work. And compared to some of the Walmart cheaper bikes, this thing I think is gonna be a little more reliable. Now, I've heard from other reviews that this battery can blow through some fuses, but if you keep some nicer fuses around, you should be good to go in case of emergency. Let's look at the cockpit up here. You got this hilarious horn and a bell, just in case the horn is not working for you. You got your headlamp, which is pretty nice. Your battery indicators over here, full, half, empty. And that's about it. It's pretty basic. Now, I've only tinkered around for a little bit, and it seems like the majority of this bike is this throttle right here. As far as the pedal assist, I don't feel it kicking in super strong, which I actually think is good. It's the opposite problem we had with that Walmart bike, because the pedal assist would kick on no matter what, and it almost felt a little dangerous, if you remember from my other review. Maybe you've rode this more than I have. Maybe you can help me out here. Okay. Katie, I can't get pedal assist to even work on this.
So it's really complicated. There's this red.
Oh.
Like this is supposed to change through different modes.
Oh, so it's more than just the battery.
Yeah, well, that's at least what I was told by the person who opened the bike.
Oh.
But
maybe there's...
I've only ever recognized the pedal assist to work is if I'm going fast enough. Gotcha.
Okay, so that's probably why I didn't feel it, and I thought this was an on-off in all honesty.
No.
But I'm now seeing the light doesn't go off when you do that.
So that's gonna work your pedal assist. I think the throttle works.
Whoa, yeah, it does.
Whether this is on or off.
Okay.
And this is turning your pedal assist on and off.
Okay, that's good to know.
So
that's why it was giving me nothing up that hill.
Even with it, you still don't get enough unless you're going either fast enough or like up a hill and actually need the help.
All right, well now I think we've got the full review here. Just wanted to pull over one last time. This button did switch on the pedal assist. Thank you, Katie, for showing us that. And I like it. The pedal assist does work nicely. Very good. Now this one can get up to some pretty good speeds. It only has a 250 watt motor, so it doesn't have a lot of like out of the gate power, but it caught up. So
even just pedal assist, I think I could go forever.
This one goes, it just, you know, it takes a little more to get up to speed.
It does.
But that now I'm cruising.
Yeah.
And she's smoking me. You saw my sister ride by on the Rad Runner. She's out cruising on that, and I was on this Natko, and I could catch up to her, but it took me a long time to do so. So that's kind of the trade-off. Now you can buy 2 of these for the price of a Rad Runner, so keep that in mind too. When you think about that, it's pretty great. Now the only downside that I can see is we've been riding this, I don't know, probably about 1 to 2 hours, give or take, and we're already pretty low on battery. And as far as a readout, you only have 3 dots. So I don't know if this is gonna die any minute or what. That's kind of the risk you take. But if you're just doing short commutes, maybe it's his and hers bike just to get outside more, this could be the perfect bike for you. Another thing to note is the rear brake is another hub brake similar to that Yamaha, which is pretty nice. They could have cheaped out and just thrown some V brakes like they do on the front. This is a little more reliable, I would say. It brakes right within the motor. And then finally we have this fork up here. It's nothing to write home about, but it does the job. I would say it's a very smooth ride. Another thing is this seat. They could have easily given you a way cheaper seat. I'd say this is a way nicer seat than the Rad Runner. And I think it even flips up. Yeah, there's a little button here to get to the battery. So all in all, for the price, pretty great. Not too fast, not too slow. If you are in the market and you're looking for just like your first step into e-bikes and you're looking for something affordable and that'll get the job done, that's exactly what this is. I've tried a couple different e-bikes, especially the affordable ones, and I think this is under $700 and it's got the throttle, so if you don't even want to pedal, you can have a good time. If you're doing a very short commute, it's absolutely perfect. It's not going to be top speed, it's not a drag racer, but if you're just looking for something casual, maybe you're, I don't know, you're living in a small community and you want to drive around there, it's absolutely perfect. So I'm really impressed of what you get for a $600 bike, $650 maybe. It's pretty great. I do want to double down because I've seen a couple different reviews mentioning that this does blow fuses, though I know I mentioned that earlier. But get a couple extra fuses and then you should never be stranded, because you don't want to be stranded on an e-bike, especially when you have a bike that weighs, you know, twice as much as a normal bike. That's twice as much work to get home. So buy this, invest in a couple extra fuses. Heck, you can even get an extra battery and still be under the price of most other e-bikes. So all in all, if it's your first e-bike, I think it's a great way to just start learning what e-bikes can do. My guess is the resale value on these bikes are pretty good. You could probably sell it for $500, no problem. And then you're only out $100 or $200. That's not bad. And then you can use that to invest into something a little nicer if you feel like you need a little more power or you want to go longer. So you've got a lot of options, but as far as your first jump into e-bikes, Natko is probably a good brand to look at. They're not going to blow your mind by any means, but they're fun, and that's what it's all about. So hope that helped. Thanks for watching. If there's anything else that you want me to look into, please feel free to let me know, and I appreciate you watching. I'll see ya.